We just have a speed round left. Forgot to warn you that we do that at the end.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Amazing. Okay, I'm gonna pick up my speed round, and it's just like 10 questions or so. And you just answer with the first thing that comes up in your mind.
Okay, let's do
Okay.
it.
2 p.m. or 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
Intimate club or festival.
Intimate club.
Brooklyn or the Bronx.
Brooklyn.
Okay. Favorite restaurant in the world.
Ooh. Contramar, Mexico City.
Wow. Okay. I was just in Mexico City, but I have not been there. So weirdest thing that you pack on your trips.
I mean, shit ton of supplements.
Okay, what are these supplements? I need to know.
Girl, it's all about boosting your immune system on tour and like helping yourself just like normalize when you're sleeping crazy hours.
No, I think I take like a cocktail of like 5 to 7 different vitamins every morning for that reason.
Yeah, people always look at me, they're like, wow, you got a lot of stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm touring.
Yeah, this doesn't keep itself together. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Techniques or CDJs?
I mean, I love techniques. I have two, but I play on Cdjs.
Yeah, because you also have to.
Yeah, it's easier to tour with a USB than a shit ton of vinyls when you're going around the world.
Yep. Best advice that anyone ever gave you?
Like, don't be afraid. Just do it. Like, just go. Like, just go. You got this, you know?
Worst advice that anyone ever gave you?
Don't do it. You know?
Um,
Yeah, when someone's like, oh, you shouldn't do that, like, you know, you might upset someone, or like, you sure you're gonna do that? Are you okay? You're like, yeah, I'm good. I just want you to like support me.
Girl, we were made to upset people. It's fine.
Yeah.
If your presence offends someone, that means your presence is necessary.
Exactly.
What would you be doing if not for music?
Scuba diving, working as an oceanographer somewhere in the world.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
I love that. The ocean is one of my favorite things. So that makes total sense because you actually do have a very real love for nature because clearly you're living in the forest. So
Exactly. I grew up wanting to be an oceanographer. And I spend as much as I can when I'm traveling in places that there's an ocean. I try and just go in, swim, and just like be in that. Oh, I love the ocean.
what's the favorite ocean that you've dived in?
I'd say Indonesia. I was lucky to travel to some islands off the coast of Indonesia called Komodos and Sumatra.
Yeah.
And wow, it's like crazy. Super well conserved and just like National Geographic.
I've actually spent so much time. Yeah, I'm an ocean baby as well. I always tell people, I was like, if I were Pokemon, I'd be a water Pokemon.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And I like, because I will do the same thing. I've dived in the deep blue holes. I've swam with sharks and all that. And I chase oceans all over the world, and diving is one of my favorite things. So
Way.
yeah, I think at the heart of like a lot of artists, we really are just little earth babies. And somehow we end up in these nightclubs with these pulsating lights. And it's like, it's the weirdest contrast.
I swear to God, sometimes I sit there, I'm like, what am I doing up here? And then I'm like, oh wait, I love this. No, I really love it.
Oh, wait, I
Yeah,
love
do. And then like I go home and I'm like, that was weird. What is my job? And then, you know, that's why I just think doing nature and that is important.
Yeah. Oh, I meant to ask you about this too, because you do a lot of stuff in healing and body work. And I don't know if you're into meditation like I am, but I do a lot of those kind of like healing practices also, because it's the only way to kind of reset your mind after all that.
100%. Like I find that over the last couple of years, what the pandemic has really helped me with is to find my own like inner balance.
Mhm.
And a lot of that has come through healing of like, you need to stop crying like that. But
We're
um
healing
uh,
too, Mom.
I know. I mean, yeah, I think like I needed the last 2 years really, really helped me to figure out like um sort of like yeah, my balance. So a combination of exercise, of having different treatments with different people that kind of like help you recenter your energy, focus your body, help you get rid of like things that you accumulate when you're on the road.
Yep.
Definitely
Reiki, tapping, all that.
tapping, all that stuff, which I do practice a lot.
Yeah, same.
There's an energy worker here that I always see who's brilliant, like acupuncture, cupping,
Yep.
stretching, breathing, breath work. Like all these things are like, yeah, there's never enough, like for
Yeah.
me, I like to do a little bit of everything. Meditation is something I'm getting into, but I do need to practice it more rigidly. But when I do a lot of it before shows,
Yeah,
like
that makes
like a
sense.
creative meditation, which is like, just kind of sitting there and just making sure that you walk in on stage present and not just like bringing in all your chaotic energy from the day and from everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's so underrated and should be much more valued, like the importance of those practices and mental health for musicians, because we go through so much, and as artists, our minds are our instrument. It's our first instrument, really, and people don't really know about a lot of that stuff, like the breath work and the tapping and the EFT and everything. And it's been life-changing for oh my gosh, hi Cosmo. And animals are so important for mental health.
I know, that's why I got him, because like I just think that like I'm just like, I think for me like animals just I grew up with dogs and turtles and fish, and I had a household with animals. So for me, like, there he goes. He is a puppy. Well, he's 11 months, so he's hyperactive. But
Girl is 1 year old, so just a couple months over him, and it's the same thing. So I get it. I
I,
love to see it, honestly. There are little spirit animals.
yeah, and they're really magical. Like, he's definitely a little magical dog, and I think that like right now he's trying to jump out the window. um, wow. But yeah, I think like all of these things, like mental health is a really big thing that I'm working. I don't want to go on tour and come home anxious or unhappy and depressed, like I want to come home feeling like excited, work like, and a lot of my DJ friends that have been doing it for years, like they don't know how to balance themselves, and oftentimes they come home feeling worse than when they left. And it doesn't have to be like that, like we're so fortunate to live such amazing lives and travel the world and do what we love, and like you have to also take care of your body and your mind.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of depression, there's a lot of anxiety in the music industry that is unspoken about. And I think, we really need to work hard as individuals to achieve it within ourselves, but also if there's a way to inspire other people, that's something I definitely want to explore.
Yeah, I love it. Maybe one day you can incorporate it more into your collective.
I would love to. Like, it's a really big part of what I'm doing is like, I mean, a lot of people hit me up everywhere. They're like, hey, do you have a good person here? I need someone here. Do you have a therapist? Do you have a
Mhm.
body worker? Do you have, and I've now got a pretty good database everywhere. Um,
Wow,
but,
awesome.
something I do for friends naturally, but it's something one day I'd love to kind of figure out how to do more of.
Yeah. I wonder if there's a way to work in, like sound baths and healing and crystal work into an actual event that transitions into, like what it is later on, but can start out as something like that.
I mean, I love sound baths.
Oh my God, you're so great. They're so
Sound
great.
baths are so special. Like, yeah, I
Especially
really,
for artists.
exactly. No, I really want to get into that one day.
Yeah. Well, you would be an amazing sound healer. I can tell from your energy.
Oh, thank you. Would you attend my sound healing?
Yes. Are you kidding me? Yes. I would happily, first of all, I love them. I go to a meditation center out here in Los Angeles, and I've
Okay.
pre-COVID, I would go every day. It's beautiful. It's called the Den, and it's just you walk in and it's just like a big living room is how it feels. And there's like they do everything from breath work to tapping to sound baths to guided meditations to 4-hour sits. Like, it's awesome. So that's why
Well,
when I saw that you were into that, I was like, yes,
I'm going to be in LA for a couple months, March and April, and I would love to do that. So maybe we can go together.
that would be amazing. Yes. Okay, I now have something to look forward to this year. I am so excited.
Yay, let's definitely do that, because I think it's nice to also explore that with another artist.
Yeah, I think there's a understanding, I think, that happens there, and it's really nice. So thank you for that offer of sisterhood. I appreciate that.
Of course, we got to support each other, women in the industry.
Amen, girl. Amen. Last but not least, what would you tell your 5-year-old self?
Don't be afraid. Do what you want to do. Like, just I think as kids we're born into such rigid systems that are telling us what to do constantly and what to learn about and who to be friends with and what to wear and what city to live in and la 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 by different things of like media or movies and all these things. And I think if you could take away the aspect of like fear and wanting to fit in, like so much more, you know, and that's what I would tell my 5-year-old self.